So next, we're again really fortunate to have Merced Sanchez Rocha, who's lead teacher at New Generation Child Development Center of WE Children's Services in San Francisco. So would you all please welcome Merced to the stage?
Hi everyone, great to see you here. I'm just going to talk about a little bit of what is Anti-Play, but before I'm going to introduce a little bit of the company that I work with. So I work with WE Children's Services, largest early Head Start in San Francisco, located in California, United States. Serve low-income families with 12 child development centers, including home-based, family child care, family resource center, and provider service assisting family with the child care placement. My name is Merced Rocha. Like they say, I'm a lead teacher in the toddlers classrooms at the Child Development Center. The group, the toddlers that I have, they're 3 years old now. My classroom is based with 8 children and 2 teachers. So a little bit of myself before I go through the process of Anti-Play. I grew up in a rural farm of Oaxaca, Mexico, if everybody knows Oaxaca. I have 7 regions where I'm from there. They call it La Mixteca Alta. So of course I grew up between mountains and rivers and lakes and villages and all that. So being here is an honor because seeing the Angie County is like being home with me. It's like a return to my childhood because I played like part of the Angie Play was part of my childhood back then. I didn't have no toys, but I used to climb up in the trees, jump in the water, play on the mud, get wet, do all what on the farm, you grow up in a farm, you grow up in the neighbors, of course, that's natural things to do. So that's when I was introduced, Angie Play to Cheryl Horney, first to invite me to be part of that. So I was pleased that she chose me, and with the help of Dr. Burley and Jesse, they introduced they walked me through the process, how to work with the children to introduce Angie Play materials. So a little bit after, WE means protector of children's, and children's is the heart of everything we do. We need to protect the children's right to play so they can explore and create their own ideas. So first, to start with Angie Play, I observe the environments. Like the first thing they asked me to do, observe what you have in your classroom, how it looks like it, then observe the children's. So that was part of my beginning steps. I start beginning writing observation for 10 minutes for each sections, and then realize, thinking back, what the children are doing, what are interested in that at the moment, on the environment, and how to change the environment for them to explore more. So talk a little bit of parents. After when they introduced, they told me they're going to be part of Angie Play, I had to talk to the parents. So I told them that we have a pilot program that we Angie Play, and we have different tools, how the children's going to play it. So the parents are very cooperative, and they're willing to say, yes, I print out what the Angie Play means. So since I work with the Chinese community or population, so translate the ones that speak Spanish and the ones that speak English, and then the ones that speak Chinese. So we talk individually to each parents based on the home language. And they understand the process, and they told me, one parent told me, you know what to do, Merced, you go for it. We're behind you. So I'm lucky to have easy parents in that way with this group. So before that, I talked to the children and tell them that we're going to have a new materials, but before, to go back to steps, I started telling the children to start picking up themselves the toys after play. So because I work with young toddlers, so we role model how to clean first, because that's the way we for teaching, right? But then they pick up very faster, they clean up after themselves, and then when we finally had the materials, they were already mentally prepared how to play with that and clean up by themselves. So this is a little introduction of the anti-play tools. I was very excited when I first had the materials. So they gave me the two-step ladders and the planks. That was the first materials that they gave me, and the cubicle, one cubicle that is. So here's a picture of the girls. I think this is the second day, I believe, that we introduced the materials. They figured out themselves. The girls, they're all girls here. The girls are the power of the classroom, so they pick up the stairs, they move it around, they make it one girl. She was moving the stairs by herself and trying to arrange her, open it. You should see the picture, they're trying to open it. And then the other was looking, so they copy the actions. Then they line up the stairs on the side. Then finally, the L took turns to sit down all the way up. So they did it themselves. They just saw one do it, and then the rest follow. Then this is the planks with the soft mat, like over here in the school they have it, but because we have younger toddlers, of course the materials are lengthwise shorter, not as big as there. But still they can do, build up the obstacles themselves. The first thing they do, put it up and climb up and go down. So they're natural, I was thinking they're natural play because you just give them the materials, they know how to explore it by themselves. They also discovered through planks and stairs how to balance. And when they were walking and trying to meet each other, they're thinking, I'm assuming they're thinking, like, what are I going to do? Who's going to go first? Those two kids. But then I was serving them, I step back and I say, let's see what's going to happen. Who's going to jump or how they're going to cross that? And just looking at yesterday with the teachers with the problem with the balls that they crossed in between and they went down, I was thinking of them too because they were thinking, they're saying, how do I want to move? How am I going to pass through you? So they thought about it, and at the end, the boy ended up jumping and the girl went up. So they solved the problems themselves. I was just there to observe them. And this is, I noticed like the girl, this is the girl that the second week, she jumped out of the steps. You know, she was able to jump, and I was like, wow, she did it. And the co-teacher captured that moment. I was amazing to see that in less than 2 weeks, she did that. She was able to jump out with no fears because toddlers don't have fears. They explore, they have their own imagination, they go with their feelings. And then it's amazing. For me, it's like, yes, I was the right person to choose and introduce the materials to the toddlers because they're natural explorers. And they just do whatever is on their mind. So a little bit of I'll show you a little video about this. Let me see if I know. Oh, where I go? Can you help? Sorry, 1 minute, I lost my video. No, well, okay, it's not working, but anyway, I will describe you. Then I just got the barrel like in less than a month ago. So sorry, I forgot to tell you, I just introduced the anti-play toys by March. So it's very soon, but children are capable of doing this. So the video is not working somehow, but the barrel, there are 2 girls in there. And they speak in Spanish. Well, one is nonverbal and one is verbal, but the verbal child telling the nonverbal child what to do. That is say, move, because she wants to be, the one is, the legs are hanging out, she say, move. And the other girls, she just came out of the barrel, but then the other would get in, and then she said, come in inside, come in inside. So both of them got in, and with the force, they moved the barrel back and forth. So they didn't use nobody. They just used the body force, and they moved back and forth, and they were enjoying having time with the barrel. So it's another way of they're using cooperative way, like it's mass force and all that to make the barrel move. So true play in children's, I say that true plays are not the toddlers, or all children in general, but I seem like I'm working with toddlers for the last, I say, 11 years. And I've been advocating a lot for toddlers, but toddlers are natural explorers. They're architects. They're children that are like scientists and mathematicals, because through play, they know, they choose what's going to be first, even if they put the long block on the bottom and the little one on the top, or the little one on the top and the one on the middle. But they're exploring the sizes, they're exploring the space, and they're using their own imagination how to build their own thoughts and come out realistically. So that's why I'm very happy to be part of the Angie Play and use the materials of Angie Play, because they're going to explore more and be able to develop their skills and the knowledge on whatever they have in mind. So through play in teachers, I say that it's up to the teachers to be open to try new things, because it's up as a teacher. I had to be open-minded and be willing to try new things, because actually the children don't have no fear. They're willing to take a risk. This is up to the teachers to be able to have that mind open and provide safe environment with the right materials and tools for them to explore. So they trust their ability. The children will trust their ability and succeed more with their play. Also, teachers need to have a confidence on themselves, because if you don't have a confidence on what you do, you transmit your feelings to the children, because they're very sensitive to their feelings. If you feel confidence and you trust them, they will be willing to do and explore more with their own ideas. And since I've been advocating for toddlers, I'm very happy that toddlers are experienced through play with the Angie Play materials at the moment. Thank you. I'm just going to say one thought that I think I'm going to say for the new teachers. It's a reflection to say, think about your teaching style. For me, I had to think, what is my teaching style? So for new teachers that want to implement Angie Play, think, what is your teaching style? Analyze, like Angie Play, analyze the play with the children. It's right for teachers to think and analyze their own style and see if they're able to implement Angie Play through the teacher style. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Merced.